Hello and welcome to another video, and as you can see we're at Spa, somewhere we don't normally go, and we've got a brand new championship. It's any Group 4 car, so no restrictions there, and obviously one long race. We have had 6 minutes to qualify. Race about to get underway, as you can see there. Let's see how the first corner goes. I know it can be tricky here because it is a tight right angle. A little knock there at the front. Not too bad. We'll have a look further. We'll go back again and look further down the grid and just see if it didn't seem too bad. Not too much chaos. Oh, there's a Hyundai in there quite fast that's unfortunately tagged the Jag. So it looks like just one incident there. Not too bad. Anyway, we'll get back to the race. So, okay, so the rules for this and this championship, that's for every race coming up. Is that the only tyre requirement is that you use the hard compound at some point during the race. So again, at the start here, this is going to be interesting because you're not going to know what anybody else is on. So you've got to use the hard tyre. You can use it for a lap if you wish, or 10 laps or 20 laps, whatever you want to do, as long as you use that hard compound. That's the only tyre requirement. So you can use soft, you can use medium. You don't have to use medium, you don't have to use soft. You know, it's one of those. So you are going to see different performances at the start here, depending on what tyres are on. Now I think I'm currently in the lead here in the old Citroen, and I decided I didn't qualify greatly, and I'm not too good here. So I decided to sort of throw caution to the wind and just use the hard tyre. So that would mean I'd have to do one stop. I was about a lap and a half short of fuel, so I knew I would have to do some fuel saving, but I didn't think that would be that bad. So I actually started on the hards, and I know Robbie MR2, who was behind me, was on the hards as well. So yes, it is going to be, as you see, Robbie's there, just took the lead there. On the hards, very tricky, cold tyres, full tank of fuel, not got much grip. Now you can see I've got Tepic sort of swarming all, not Tepic, sorry, Honest John swarming all over me in the Ferrari. Got Honest John all over me in the Ferrari. And behind him we've got Bubba in the Lamborghini. I believe Honest John and Babbletop are both on the soft, so they're probably going to clear me pretty quick. Yeah, Honest John already has, and I reckon Babbletop's not going to be far off leaping past on those soft tyres because they're quite a difference. And also, like I say, unfortunately I'm not great at Spa. It's one of those tracks I really do enjoy, but I can never seem to get the maximum out of the car here. So we've got Robbie, Honest John, me, Jag in third, and Babbletop in fourth. But I suspect that will change as we carry on. And as you can see there, Babbletop did indeed get the move done as we thought. So we've got Robbie MR2 in first, Honest John in second, Babbletop in third, and Jag in fourth. That's your top four at the moment. I would imagine that Honest John and Babbletop will get past Robbie there in the Subaru because he's on the hard tyres like me. So I do think that they are going to pass him, and that's what we exactly want. You know, that was the whole point of only having hards as the statutory tyre, as it were, because I knew it would mix the race up. See, Robbie made a slight mistake there, and they're both through, but they would have got through anyway because of the tyre situation. So now we've got to see what happens later on in the race. Obviously, the guys that are on softs at the moment, I very much doubt that they're one stopping it, because that would mean they've got to do sort of 10-11 laps on softs and then go on to the hards, and I just don't think you can make the softs last that long. They last between 5 and 6 laps depending on your car, so I would imagine these guys are going for a 2-stop or maybe even a 3-stop, because they're certainly not going to get to the end like that. And as I say, my plan was to just 1-stop it. I knew I had to save a lap and a half of fuel, but in these early bits here, I was saving quite a bit, because obviously I knew I couldn't get past Honest John and Bubble Top, and you can see they've scampered off. And there's Robbie and there's me just coming in the frame. So I, at this point behind Robbie, I was just saving as much fuel as possible, because by this point I'd guessed that he was on hards the same as me, because he had similar grip, and I was just sort of biding my time for any fuel I can save. If I can try and keep up with Robbie, you can see us going around the first turn now. If I can try and keep up with Robbie, I'm not actually losing time, and we've pulled away from the rest of the group, as you can see. There's nobody else sort of in view there, which is really good for me and Robbie, because obviously we're on the hard tyres at the moment. Just while we're watching that, as for my car choice, I did try a few, and I narrowed it down to Mercedes or Citroen. You don't often see the Citroen much because it's a concept car. Out of the two, Mercedes had a slight edge on the performance, but it was a bit more twitchy. The Citroen is a very, very safe car. And what swayed it for me was it's got an extra gear. It's got 7 gears, so when you drop it into 7th, you really can save some fuel. And obviously I knew that was going to be a case on not just this race but on other races in the championship. So that was the swaying factor, which made me go from the Mercedes to Citroen. We'll see how we go. So me and Robbie quite close there again. All this time I'm saving fuel. Unfortunately, Robbie goes off there and just spins. It's just so unfortunate. That tarmac over there is really slippery, and unfortunately that made him spin, so that just promoted me a place. Anyway, I'm just coming into the pits now. You can see my pit crew out. I'm just waiting for the car, which takes about 10 years here for some reason. We'll switch. At that point I was in first place, only due to people's pit stops. So we will go to Honest John here, who was in second. And obviously he's going to take over as he goes around the last chicane. So he's now taken over as lead of the race. This was my one and only stop. So some people had already stopped once or possibly twice. But for example, Honest John here, I knew he would be stopping again. So I'm not actually racing him. So we'll see where it'd be interesting to see where I actually feed out onto the track. And it's obviously taken quite a long while because my fuel was completely empty. So we've got bubble top through as well by the looks of it. There we go, back to my pits. Right, we're finally rocking out there. And what we're in 5th, I believe. So not the end of the world. I know Honest John had to pit in front of me. Anyway, we've skipped to the lap before the last, and as you can see, Tepic from nowhere and Bubble Top have sort of caught me. So I'm still in first. We're just coming around the last chicane now, so we're going to cross the line to start the final lap, I believe. Yeah, so we are now on the final lap. And as you can see, Tepic's really closed me down. He did multiple stops. He's currently on the soft tyres. They are warm, but he's on the softs. And I'm on the hard tyres, which I've had on for 10 laps. So I've got 10 lap worn hards. and Tepic and Bubble Top are chasing me down. There's not a lot I can do. You can see how close Tepic is to me here. There's really not a lot I can do here, especially on this straight. He's going to get a slipstream on me. There's nothing I can do. If we were like at the end of the lap, then I might have tried to defend a bit more, but there's just no point here. I do go to the right to defend my line, which I'm entitled to do. Tepic goes around the outside. He's right next to me, but we give each other space. There's no banging of doors. I'm then on the inside for the next corner, but because of the hards, I just haven't got the grip, and Tepic there switches it up the inside, and he gets the move done. All nice and clean, left each other, plenty of space. Respect to Tepic there for just making a clean manoeuvre there, and well deserved that he did that. So there we go. So we've now got Tepic in first, Jag in second, and Bubble Top in third. But obviously Bubble Top now is closing in on me fast, and I've got the same problem. I've got 10 lap old worn tyres, and he's on softs. So the question is, can we hold on to this second place? It's going to be really, really tricky to do, but we will see. Tepic there just pulling away slightly, not as far ahead as I thought, but we're going to have the problem with Bubble Top that we had with Tepic when we get onto the back straight, which is we're coming up to it now. He's going to get mega slipstream off me because he's right on my bumper, and the Hurricane is very quick, and there's not a lot I can do about it. There he goes, he's in the slipstream, and he's going for it up the inside there, slightly off the road, and he's got next to me, and he's done it, and we're in the last corner, and unfortunately I just get a bit wide there and come off and completely lose it, and Bubble Top gets the move done. So there we go. We've got Tepic coming up to cross the line, so good win for him. Second place for old Bubble Top there, and I eventually bring the Citroen home in third. So not a complete disaster considering I one-stopped it. Win would have been nice, but we're happy with a podium. Anyway, thanks for watching as always. Hit the like if you liked it, and we'll see you next week.